All right, hello.
Are you playing the cog music?
No, I took the cog music off, I think. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the happy hour.
Okay.
I think we're live now. I'm keeping an eye. Oh, you know what I need to do is transition. There you go.
Oh,
That'll be.
fuck's sake.
It's been a while. It's been a while since Kristi's run a show. Hi, everybody. I hope this is going out now. It looks sort of like it should.
This is horrific.
Hey, why don't you... No, we're going to definitely live.
This is ridiculous. This is worse than one of my fucking shows. Jesus.
Almost, yeah. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? I'm Kristi. Welcome to the happy hour. I feel like two drunk morning show hosts.
No, one drunk and one bemused.
No, you're a little bit tipsy as well.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, how did you... When I asked you earlier how you were, what was the reply?
I've got chills. They're multiplying.
And are you losing control?
Well, your use of the current tense would suggest that the act is still ongoing, but I lost control a long time ago.
The power you're supplying. It's
fucking electrifying. You weren't expecting a bit of grease. So, there you go.
Nobody expects a bit of grease.
Some bonus Travolta right up your Jesus.
First, actually, I think you said something about sexually on point or something. What was it?
No, I said I'm fucking sexual.
That was it.
It's my incredibly delicate British way of explaining that I'm actually feeling rather well. Thank you.
Yeah. He's got his violent, sexy dancing shoes on. And nothing else.
You don't. No. When you're violent, sexy dancing, there's no room for shoes.
No, you're like Tim Minchin on stage. You just go barefoot.
Indeed, or just I like having freedom on my feet.
Yeah, that could be.
The only problem. Well, I said the only problem. One of the problems living in a shit cold country is that you can't walk around barefoot. It's annoying.
No, you have to walk around with layers of like socks and then heavier socks and then your house shoes.
And then shoes because you've got to protect your socks from dog shit and glass. So. Practical.
The Christmas season in Britain.
I've gone slightly sweary Alan Partridge tonight.
Have you? When are you not?
You've got to protect your shoes, you've got to protect your feet from dog shit and glass. Anyway,
That's true, but you're always sort of channeling a Brummy Alan Partridge.
I'm channeling my inner, slightly depressed version. I'm the fat Alan Partridge driving barefoot to Aberdeen in his socks, eating Toblerone.
Eating Toblerones, which always cut the roofs in your mouth.
But not small Toblerones, medium-sized Toblerones. So.
Oh, what was the name of his assistant again?
Oh fuck's sake. Liz. No, Lynn.
Lynn, yes. Oh, by the way, so I took my pop filter.
Why did you ask that? You didn't have anything to go on from that. You just wanted to know. Oh, okay.
Don't do that.
Well, no, because you did. You went, oh, what's her name? And I thought you were going to go, oh, there was that funny bit with Lynn, and she did the thing.
Well, there's always funny bits with Lynn.
But then you went, okay, and then moved on to something completely different, leaving me hanging.
I didn't realize you were on a Lynn tightrope and that you were looking for my hand, and I wasn't there when you went to reach.
Exactly. I was like the scene from The Lion King when the dad's falling into the crevasse. You killed me, fucking. What's his name? Mufasa.
Scott.
I nearly said Mustafa. That would have added an entirely different Turkish element to the matter. But
I thought you were talking about who's the murderer. Anyway, hey, Kevin, did you happen to hear that there's some big American news happening that we're totally bearing the lead on in the happy hour tonight?
No, I didn't hear anything about this at all. What happened, Kristi?
Happy day after Impeachment Day.
Well, happy Impeachmas.
Impeachmas, yes.
Yeah.
An Impeachmas for the rest of us.
That's literally what I called it, yeah. Which, I mean, in this house, we don't call it Happy Holidays, we call it Happy Impeachmas. The way it should be. And treason's greetings to everyone.
I'm a big fan of Festivus, still. With just the metal pole, which is quite useful for other things, like getting spiders out of the corners of rooms later on in the year, and the airing of the grievances.
I do Kwanzaa.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe me either.
But yes, Trump became the third president in American history to actually be impeached by the House of Representatives with 2 formal charges of impeachment. Obstruction of justice, which was the second, and abuse of power, which was the first. I probably should have done them in reverse chronological order, but that's what you were expecting.
Exactly. Kristi always does the least expected thing.
Mostly.
Literally. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of amazing news. Pyrrhic in a sense, because obviously it's not going to pass the Senate, but it's still, I think, a worthwhile thing, and definitely pisses him off enormously.
Oh.
He said he wasn't going to watch it, and then spent the entire thing ranting in caps lock, which was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Yeah. But I learned something today on Twitter, believe it or not. I didn't learn it on Twitter. I saw a tweet that was written by somebody with credibility, because Twitter doesn't have any, right? You follow me now? And it was written by Robert Reich. And he pointed out that there is, in the Constitution itself, a very interesting clause that maybe gives a little insight as to why Nixon actually resigned before he could be impeached. And that is that a president may pardon like any federal offense except in cases of impeachment, which means that if he leaves office, or, the next, like let's say for some reason he has to leave office, or the next person elected is a Republican, a president could not pardon Trump for any crimes he may have committed that are on his articles of impeachment.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yes, it basically extends his legal culpability beyond his office, and guaranteed.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
I was too.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, and I guess I should...
Well, do you know what I saw a fantastic thing on Twitter with the exact timings and stuff. Do you know what he was saying? Because he was holding a rally, wasn't he, at the time? Do you know the exact thing he was saying at the moment they passed the legal threshold for the first article of impeachment?
Is that the comments he was making about Dingle?
No, although that was
horrific.
Also amazing, and we'll get onto that in just a second. No, he was doing another one of his rants where he was saying that stealth fighters are literally invisible.
Oh, God. I went over...
He thinks stealth fighter planes, which are basically angled in a way that radar can't pick them up very well, that's why they're stealth. He was suggesting to people that he'd had conversations with military personnel where he was saying they're invisible. He's mental. He's fucking mental. Yes. I mean, ridiculous. But let's not... I mean, people are saying this is a bad thing for him. Let's look at the positives. Firstly, he won a popular vote for the first time ever. That's interesting. and secondly...
Who did you steal that from?
Loads of people on the internet, obviously. Secondly, that he's managed to achieve something Obama never could, being impeached.
Yeah.
Trump won, Barry nil.
Yeah, mostly because he didn't commit any crimes in office. It's kind of, I mean, that's usually a reason you shouldn't be impeached.
Well, exactly, but he didn't do that, did he? So Trump wins. Trump has achieved history. Trump has made history in a way that Barack Obama just didn't. Okay?
I can't deny that. That is absolutely true.
I also stole that one from the internet.
Yes, so, it will be the first line of his obituary. Donald J. Trump, the third president ever in U.S. history to be impeached. Died on a toilet.
Bagel. Yes. Choking on a bagel, definitely. Or, I don't know, murdered by a pigeon. That would be amazing.
I suppose, would you like to see what the crowd is seeing? There, Kev.
Yeah, I mean, I could go and look live, but okay, we'll have a look at this.
Is it okay to share sound? Let me know if this irritates you. Otherwise, that should be going now. And it's not, is it? Because Skype is crap.
It's changed to grey, look entirely grey.
Well, that's a change. Okay, that's something different. What I'm sharing
because it's your avatar with a blue background, and then it changed to completely grey. So it did something. I just don't know. It didn't do the thing you wanted it to.
Yeah, clearly not. Ugh, this thing freaking sucks. Anyway, what I have up is the Newsweek article with the exact text and everything. Because, I don't want people to just use rumor and innuendo and everything else. And, we want to go for facts if possible. And is that showing the wrong screen now? So
it's just grey. Oh, no, there we go. What's it doing?
But now do you see yourself?
I can see... Well, I hope this isn't what the crowd can see.
No, that's not what they can see.
This is like the green room bit with various screens that you're not supposed to see.
I'm going to stop sharing again. Boy, we really should.
Fucking hell.
We should try doing this.
This is desperate. This really is. I mean, my shows are fucking worse, obviously, but I mean.
No, it just wants to do. Oh, maybe it's because of where you are on the screen. Let me move the screen there where you are. I'm going to move you over.
I love the fact that on your thing, this is sort of behind the scenes bit of nonsense here. On your list of images, I presume the cat image, for which you're well known now, is just called Kitty in capital letters.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Like Kitty! In that way. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's a share screen.
Mine all have stupid names. I think one of them's called Moose Bollock. I just give them stupid names. It amuses me. It keeps me from going insane.
I think this is the one I want. All right, I'm going to try sharing without sound and see if that works. Yes, finally. We have a visual, and now you're blocking the article, Kevin. Move out of the way. All right, so it says, Article 2, Section 2 of the Constitution gives a president the power to pardon anyone who has been convicted of offenses against the United States, with one exception: in cases of impeachment. If Trump is impeached by the House, he can never be pardoned for these crimes. He cannot pardon himself. It's dubious that a president has the self-pardoning power in any event, and he cannot be pardoned by any future president. Even if a subsequent president wanted to pardon Trump in the interest of, say, domestic tranquility, she could not.
I like that. She could not.
Yeah, he just mixes it up like that because, you shouldn't expect the president's going to be a man.
Well, indeed.
But now, of course, I do have some Fox News nonsense I do have to share sound with you. Otherwise, you will not get the joke.
Well, it'd be quite funny if you shared it and I still didn't get it. Oh, for fuck's sake, Kristi.
So this is so stupid. So I have to put your Skype window in the window. That's how stupid this is. That's how stupid this is. This is the level of stuff I have to deal with.
I've got tit sweat. That's how much I've laughed so far.
No, this is ridiculous. I feel like I have to jump on one leg, pat my head, and rub my stomach these days when I'm doing a freaking live stream. This is ridiculous.
Well, all I want to know is, can we all just be done with Tulsi Gabbard and her chicken shit politics now?
Do you know how she voted on impeachment?
I believe she said that she was present, which is good. Which is good that she's running for president. Oh, sorry, president. No, that's a different thing. Yeah.
Useless shit.
Yeah, she's garbage.
Yep. So, but you always love it when Fox News gives you these kinds of gems. So you should be able to hear this now, Kev.
All right, quickly back to Carol. Does impeachment help or hurt Trump in 2020?
I think it'll help him among people who don't care about facts.
All right.
Yeah. Regretting asking that person, I'm sure.
Not as much as the lady at the sports event for the Nationals. If you remember, we got this fucking idiot in the White House.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Yeah. So also we should know that voter purging from official, voter rolls is already happening ahead of the 2020 election. In 2 states just this last week, Wisconsin, there's an attempt to purge basically 10% of the voting population.
But that can't be held against Trump because that's in Canada.
Right. I think there's about 2 million, well, maybe 2.5 million voters or so in the state of Wisconsin, assuming.
No, I genuinely, right,
What?
Because you were ill.
Yeah.
Unless you didn't know, Kristi, I mean, she hasn't mentioned it at all on social media. Don't want to play.
Projectile vomiting everywhere.
Everywhere. Fucking immigrants coming over here being sick all over the place.
My aim is so good. I'm such a tidy vomiter.
Okay, good. I'm glad to see your orifice is tight. Now.
That's not what I said. Anyway.
Well, but...
No, I said my aim was good.
Shut up. No. Yeah, when I saw this thing online, I was going to tweet it to you and say, "God damn it, Canada." I thought that would be funny. The joke would, because I'm going to make that joke funny. If I say it a million times, it's going to be funny eventually.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I moved on from food poisoning to sinus infection.
Good.
So if you hear me hacking, I'm not even going to try to cover that shit up. I mean, I'll try maybe, but there's 2 mute buttons I have to do if I want to cough and not have anyone but me hear it. So it gets complicated.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter if I hear it.
Well, that's true, but it's also disgusting.
But I will mention it, so I mean,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
arguably worse.
Yes.
That'll highlight it more than if you just do it.
Yeah, so there is more dramas, though. I mean, before we even get to the Senate, there's still dramas going on with the articles of impeachment in the House. But okay. So, by the way, yeah, just voter. Georgia is also the second state, by the way, that is trying to purge voters from the rolls.
Interestingly, to do with impeachment and a different Georgia, did you hear Louis Gohmert said that Georgia, as in the country in in the Caucasus, he claimed that Ukraine had invaded Georgia in 2008, which is impressive considering they don't share a fucking border. How many countries did they have to go through to get there?
Did you hear?
Literally, he's taking direct. I mean, I'm not even sure the Russians have ever claimed that Ukraine did that. What the fuck is he talking about?
He's just making.
Or does he mean the people of Atlanta?
I don't think
invaded by Ukraine. I don't know.
He can barely find all 50 states on a U.S. map if it's not like Hawaii isn't labeled USA. So
I don't know that he can count his own fucking toes.
Damn. Oh, did you see, by the way, the Republican, as long as we're sort of wandering from topic to topic, back to impeachment, since you mentioned Goober.
Gomer, yeah. Get him out of my fucking republic.
The Republican, I don't know who it was on the floor, who said that Pontius Pilate gave Jesus more rights than the Democrats gave Donald Trump during his impeachment trial.
Which is interesting in two ways. A, it's obviously not fucking true.
No.
And B,
because he never had a trial by Pontius Pilate.
Indeed, yeah. And secondly, that in his fucking ridiculous letter he sent to Trump sent to Nancy Pelosi before, he said that she was mocking the belief of Christians in America by saying that she prays for him. Now, who's mocking whose beliefs here? Who's the one being blasphemous? Yeah.
Who's the one with 3 wives who paid off a porn star to have an affair while his wife was recovering from the birth of their child?
That is allowed under the 11th commandment. That's not technically written in the Bible, but you have to read between the lines.
Basically says enough money buys you out of all of this shit.
Exactly. The truth will set you free, and Russian hookers pissing on you is fine.
Look, if your checkbook just keeps doing those zeros, eventually all of the pastors will just say, okay, it's fine.
Yeah, Jesus was all about the Benjamins, as we know.
Yeah.
He was all about the G.
Yeah, so anyway, if you actually
okay, Phoenix Rising in the chat, yeah, go and give her money. She needs money. Go and give her money. Okay. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Yeah, if you look at, well, can I get all nerdy on the... Yes, go ahead.
Just on the subject of money, a funny thing happened. I won't go into how I found this out, but today, the conversion rate between American dollars and British pounds meant that $20 was worth £14.88. That was a thing I discovered. Yeah. But it's just because it's 14 and 88, which I thought was funny. Oh. That amused me. That kind of summed up Britain and America rather annoyingly. But there we go.
1488? I guess the white supremacy thing. I was like, because the Pilgrims didn't land till 1492.
Go to bed.
Yeah. So Kevin mentioned
go home, Kristi. You're drunk.
I am I could not operate. I've said this before. There are times I've been here, and there was a time I was one time I ran a hangout drunk. I couldn't operate a car, but I could operate a hangout. I'm not really doing a very good job tonight. Running the hangout. I would definitely not want to get behind the wheel of a car. What? My sound. Oh, the sound sharing stopped unexpectedly. That's not so important. I'll share again. So anyway, Kevin, you managed to once again throw everything off. So well done,
you. Did I?
Yeah.
What did I do?
I was in the middle of saying something, and you interrupted me to
with my amusing 1488 fucking story.
Yeah, because my story wasn't at all amusing. All right, we're having to redo the thing again.
Shall I share my fucking...
Oh, do not share your screen. Do not share your screen, because as soon as you do, you're going to drop out. We've learned this about how stuff works. Yes, that's how it works. We know this is how it works.
I need to show my bookmarks at some point.
Well, then you should send your bookmarks to me before the show. You should be more organized.
No.
Yes.
No, I'll just show my fucking bookmarks.
And then you're going to drop out, and we're just going to sit here and laugh at you.
No, that won't happen.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
It isn't.
Yeah, but in order to share your bookmarks, I actually have to share your screen. And this is the second time you've interrupted me.
I'll just talk over you then.
Share your screen. I'm turning off mine now. It's all you. Go.
No. You've hurt my feelings now.
No, Kevin, the show is on your... You wanted this weight. It's on your shoulders. I'm bigging up your screen. Look at... oh, you can't see because I turned off my screen so you could turn yours on. Go ahead. Show your bookmarks. Go. Try.
No. Because you've obviously done something. So no.
Honestly, no. All I've done now is, like, there's just our screen looking at your face, waiting to see something.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I'll show my fucking bookmarks then. Okay. I didn't realise you wanted to do that now.
Well, you told me you were going to do it, and you interrupted everything I was going to do it. So, do it.
Okay. Well, I'm about to drop out, so I'll see you in a minute.
And why are you not wearing... Yes. Why are you not wearing your headphones? Oh, you're showing... Oh, I can hear myself. Why can't I make this bigger?
You've got a beautiful voice, so that's fine.
I can't make the screen any bigger.
Okay.
This is weird. Yeah. All right, there's a Gollum-like thing on my screen now.
Yeah, there we go. I just thought, I've just been fucking bookmarking weird shit because my Twitter got nuked. This is a new one. Thank you to Kristi for giving me this one. Yes. So did we see Stefan Molyneux's weirdness?
Is that what we're looking at right now? I can't make my screen any bigger. I don't know what's going on with Skype.
Well, I'll read you the first one. Then it says, imagine how creepy you have to be to write this. I can't believe Taylor Swift is about to turn 30. She looks so young. It's strange, that's not the end of the world, right? But then he goes on. It's strange to think that 90% of her eggs are already gone. 97 by the time she turns 40. So I hope she's thinking about having kids before it's too late. She'd be a fun mom. Smiley face.
You know, Eric Weinstein, I think it was, sent out a tweet saying about women in their 20s and 30s and they're not prioritizing motherhoods and some of their parents have assets and some of them don't. And these grandparents are going to miss out on like what it feels like to tie the shoe of their grandchild. Why are these men so obsessed with women's fertility? It is really freaky.
Then he was like people are
freaky.
Yeah. He was just saying, like, people are attacking me because I'm telling the truth. Yeah, but no one's arguing necessarily the fact there. Who knows? Let's just assume he's correct scientifically. It's the creepiness. You hear about a person you don't know who's just turned 30, and that's your thought.
Yeah, it's this weird fertility obsession that these right-wing guys who are, sort of wedded to the white supremacist patriarchal worldview. Like, if we don't keep women pregnant, how are we going to keep them down, guys? Yeah, it's really how it comes across.
Anyway, so just a funny one. Stefan Molyneux on his way to collect Taylor Swift's eggs. That image of the Gollum thing. What's the next one? The next one's a funny one. Not a funny one, a horrific one. There's been problems with racism in football, especially in Italy of late. So the Italian FA, having had this problem where basically every black player in Italy gets racially abused virtually every week. Oh, so they've come up with a new anti-racism campaign, which you think, okay, that's good. But what do we think realistically would be the worst image they could use as the artwork for that campaign? Oh,
I don't know. Maybe something in the same family of species of what Shoe0nHead compared Leslie Jones to?
Yeah, they used 3 fucking monkeys.
What the fuck? What are they thinking?
Even though literally monkey chanting is one of the racist elements consistently that black players face. Amazing. Yeah, someone put this up, which is amazing, which does feature a shoe, which we're going to get to in a bit. This is from Vadim. Say what you will at the Star Wars universe, nothing it's produced will ever be this cringe. And it's...
Can you get glow-ups?
Oh, okay, yeah. It's called Thought Wars, which is hilarious. The Truth Awakens, and then it's got this utter nonsense.
So who have we got in there?
Look at this. Well, you've got a noted pedophile.
No, I'm looking at Sargon in the back there.
Yeah, amazing. You got noted pedophile Mercedes Carrera, Dave Rubin. I don't even know how to describe Dave Rubin.
He's just come out as a Christian again, right?
Yeah, weird. You've got Anita Sarkeesian, obviously, naturally. What's her name? I've forgotten her name now. Oh, in the bottom right. Anyway, Yeah, and then you've got Sam Harris and this creepy fucking weirdo at the back there.
Yeah, and, racist, slur-slinging. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's...
Oh, we have some more Sargon being... Well, just a little look of him at Jesse Lee Peterson, maybe, if we get it to the end of the show, but... Yeah.
No, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, so far I haven't dropped out, so that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, this was weird. Do you want to hear Nick Fuentes explaining why he doesn't believe in dinosaurs?
Oh, God. Yeah, I don't have enough cringe in my life.
Yeah, there is an R word upcoming.
Oh, great.
Just so you know. But
okay. Yeah.
It's definitely... This is amazing. This is fucking amazing.
Rand Paul says, Nick, do you believe the dinosaurs roamed the earth? How old do you believe the earth to be? Some say 5,000 years. Jesus is king greater than Yondu. Okay?
5,000 years.
I find it hard to believe about the dinosaurs. You know, look. Okay, they say they got fossils. I just find it very hard to believe. Oh, like giant monsters, giant reptiles walking around the planet. I'm the crazy one.
Yes.
You know, they talk about the Bible, and they're like, oh, you believe in, like, magic because you read the Bible? It's like, oh, you believe in giant monsters?
There's
really?
Fossil evidence. You can go look at it.
Oh, they say that fossils. I don't know how many fossils there are. I'm a paleoconservative, not a paleontologist.
It's so funny.
I don't know how legit that is or not, but I find it really hard to believe that, oh, there's these like giant man-eating, I guess they didn't live with people, but there's these giant carnivorous lizards just eating things, and I don't know. It seems like a stretch to me. You know, and all these other prehistoric creatures, you know, let's call all the BS out. These giant fish and giant, you know, insects.
Giant fish. Have you heard of a thing called a shark?
Yeah, so great whale.
Yeah.
Or a blue whale. Or an orca whale.
Yeah, the giant things do exist. Nick, you stupid Nazi prick. Anyway, I won't go into this one, but let's just say Graham Linehan, the Glinner.
Oh, yes, a Glinner. To do a Glinner on the sidewalk.
A right fucking Glinner.
Yeah.
It turns out that one of the reasons he may be a transphobic piece of shit is because he was a trans chaser who got rejected.
What? When?
This would be going back a few months now, but apparently this person called Secret Gamer Girl released some screenshots where he was sort of coming on to her and then was sort of shamed by people because apparently she, quote-unquote, looks like a man, and that was enough for him to be like, fuck trans people. So that's an interesting thing if you want to go and look at that.
But he's been doing this for a long time. When were these chats?
Like a couple of years ago, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but all I'll say is go and look into it for yourself. It's far too, in depth. You have to go through several chains of comments and things to get to it. Anyway, thank you, Kristi.
I muted it for the audience.
Oh, well, that was lovely. I am.
That's just for you.
Fucking erect. We're fine. Anyway.
You guys don't know what happened there.
Yeah. Well, let's leave the mystery.
Yep.
Anyway, yes. So, Shoe, I just thought this was an interesting one from yesterday.
Great. Go ahead.
Note the use of the word "we're" at the start of this. We're fighting the Republican establishment, the Democratic establishment, the military-industrial complex, the healthcare industry, the for-profit prison industry, big pharma, mainstream media. This didn't start with Trump, and it won't magically end when Trump is gone. It's good to see that you are actually fighting the Republican establishment now, June, because you weren't always. We'll get back to that.
Yes, we will. We're? Who's the we in that sentence?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who is this group she's identified? So it sounds like this is an ideological. So they're fighting. I'm sorry. Let's go through that list again.
GOP establishment, Dem establishment, military-industrial complex. I don't know quite what she's doing
Boeing?
to take that on.
Yeah. Okay. What's she doing to take on Boeing? Yeah.
The healthcare industry. No, every day she's picketing outside Raytheon factories.
Wait. What does she mean the healthcare industry? Doesn't she mean the insurance industry? Certainly, she's not against healthcare. Is she?
No,
June?
yeah.
Are you against healthcare? Do you want to take out doctors? What are you, nuts?
People getting cancer treatment are evil.
The healthcare industry. The healthcare industry, June? Really? Like, seriously.
I tell you what needs to be taken on: the fucking surgeons in America.
Yes.
They're a
Damn
disgrace.
nurses. Damn nurses providing care, helping people. This health insurance industry has got to end.
Yeah,
what are you talking?
These old age pensioner homes need to be fucking. No, I'm not going to go there. Anyway, dealt with. Let's just say dealt with. Anyway,
okay.
So that happened. Moving on swiftly. This just slightly annoyed me. This slightly weird thing. I don't know who Charles M. Blow is. I don't know, but he's a dude. He's got a check mark, so that means nothing. He says, "This is for all the kids in cages." #impeached. To which I have to say, fuck you. Like, what do you mean that's for the kids? Actually do something for the kids in cages. This does nothing.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Don't be a prick. Like, there are plenty of reasons to celebrate this, and I have. That isn't one of them.
Yeah,
That's not helping a single kid in a cage. I'm sorry, it's just not.
Especially since that was it's not related to the constitutional charges. That's the problem with the morality of America. Oh, and you're going to get to this. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Unprecedented. Again, Trump taking history amazingly well here. Barack Obama didn't get impeached once. Okay? Not once. So not only was he the first president to ever be impeached in his first term, amazing. Unprecedented. Trump now holds the record for the most votes ever acquired on an article of impeachment at 230. He's also at number 2 with 229. He's got the top 2 spots ever.
In total votes.
He is absolutely killing it on the popular vote for once. Anyway, this one was just fucking ridiculous. The US government lists Wakanda as a free trade partner.
Yeah, this was hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, clearly they didn't literally, like, think that Wakanda was real. It was like an office thing. That
probably like a training thing. Yeah, it was like on the back. Yeah, it was supposed to be on, like, the back servers. It was supposed to be, like, for a staff thing. You know, like, hey, let's say we want to add this information on the website. Okay, we'll say it's Wakanda, and then what goods do we want to trade with them? Yeah, goats and bananas and blah, blah, blah. And that's why. Yeah. But then it went public. So.
Big goat trade in America?
Apparently not. Yeah. I don't know.
But I just hope they don't discover oil in Wakanda.
Yeah, otherwise they'll invade.
I'll leave that there. I'll tell you what, they'll not get invaded. They'll get freedomed.
Yeah,
please.
Freedom fries.
Yes.
By the way, Barry Blue Tunic gave $2 in the chat. So thanks for that, mate.
Well, more for you, Barry.
Yeah. Yeah, wasting your money throwing it at us. I hope we give you some good laughs. Are you done? Was that it? Because you just suddenly turned over and went to sleep, leaving me waiting more, wanting more, expecting more. Like, what's the next thing? And then you're gone.
You've just ruined my joke. I was going to say I'll give him a fucking hand job for $2, but never mind.
All right, now I got to figure out what I did with my screens. Oh, this is a pain in the ass. Oh, did I close it? Well, that's not very fun. Oh no, it's right back there behind you. I'm tired. So yeah, guys. I guess we can take a bit of a break now before okay. So do you have more stuff you want to talk about? By the way.
Everybody dance now.
Boop, 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 boop,
no, I haven't got anything to talk about.
Okay. Then all right, I'll share screen again.
Were you just trying to kill time?
Yes. No.
Okay.
I guess I'll tell go through a few more of the bookmarks.
What the fuck? PBNJ to the chat.
I don't know what that means.
No.
Maybe they'll type it out.
Clarify.
I know, but apparently it was worth $2. So thanks.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
That was the Wakanda thing.
Pub nudge to the chat. Yes.
Let's see. Oh, there's a bit of it in Scotland. Nicola Sturgeon's trying to cover a reference, like, which is nothing formal yet, and there's obviously going to be a lot of objections from Westminster, but she's trying to keep her options open. Yeah. Trump said that John Dingell is in hell while he was in Michigan, I think. Yep.
Yeah.
Because Trump's a piece of shit.
Yeah, absolutely. But what fundamentally that shows, it's how hawk the Republicans are to him, because that's obviously horrifically blasphemous and disgusting to think that he would know either way, and of course incredibly disrespectful to a dead man, which is not the first time he's done that by any stretch of the imagination. But the fact that the crowd cheered and laughed at that, the problem goes way beyond Trump.
Oh,
Trump is the boil that shows that you've got a plague.
He's just he's the thing that's burst out now and is starting to spread everywhere. But yeah, he basically represents that 40% of the country that would have seceded from the Union, that would have been fine with Jim Crow, that would have been okay with slave states and free states. There is 40% of America that is because of fundamentalist Christianity and racism. And it's not just in the South. It's all over the country now. It's a 21st century Jim Crow that they are trying to impose on all of America this time around. Oh, you got me going on a rant. Damn.
Oh, peanut butter and jelly. Okay.
Oh, PB&J.
Right.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Hey, remember when Elijah Cummings was still alive and there was some hearing and one member of the squad pulled up Mark Meadows before bringing out a black woman and said, this person over here thinks this, and she's like, he basically used a black woman as a prop, and one of the squad, I think it was, called him up on it, and then he started crying. He said, how can you call me a racist? I have grandchildren who are black. Like, what the fuck? And then Elijah Cummings was like gracious, and he's like, you know me, Elijah. You remember that crying son of a bitch?
Yes. Yeah.
Guess who's not running for re-election in North Carolina next year?
Funny.
Mark Meadows will not seek re-election and could leave Congress before the end of his term. Republicans are having to defend so many seats.
Would it be wrong of me to say I hope he leaves the planet before the end of his term?
You know, I think that would probably in Minecraft, before his term in Minecraft.
Well, I don't necessarily mean anything horrible. Just, get on a spaceship and fuck off
to the moon. Yeah. Just don't be on this planet anymore.
Or just away somewhere in general.
Yep. I do have some non-shit tweets coming up eventually. That was the article we did. Oh yeah, we're gonna watch that video in a bit. So we'll come back to this shoe stuff. By the way, we have to give shout out to Dusty Smith, who I do watch the podcast on a pretty regular basis. And he and I, actually, his show and our show cover a lot of the same topics. He does a lot more on PewDiePie than we do, because he's got some beef with PewDiePie. That's fair enough. We all have our little people that we like to follow. But he really has been.
But does he bring you absolutely cutting edge war corps stuff? No, he fucking doesn't.
That was so. Can we have a little pause here in the conversation? I almost peed my pants when you sent me that picture. Can I describe to the peoples what the picture was?
Yeah, I can't remember what you're talking about. No, go on.
I might have to. I actually might have it. I might bring it up. I think it's in our chat, isn't it?
Oh, is it the screenshot of me trolling him?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right,
Americans seem really enamoured with my description of him. Well, not description, just a general insult, which is a bit weird.
I had to keep going back because I think it was several days ago when I was, and you know how Facebook is fucking crap at scrolling around things.
Facebook is so dreadful.
It is. It's just
in so many ways, really, but yeah.
You try to scroll up and then suddenly you're a week back from where you were. You're like, where the fuck am I? I don't even know where I am in the conversation anymore, you piece of shit. Well, anyway, Kevin was on a stream you were in the chat of a war corpse. I'll just describe it. A chat of a war corpse.
Oh, I might have the screenshot.
Oh, okay, that you shared with me. All right, well, then I'll have to put your screen back on my screen and you'll have to share your screen. But
I'll put my screen on your screen.
Yeah, cover it up. Yeah.
Wear it like a fucking mask.
It is. I don't know. Is it really okay? Is it worth it? And then you're going to say,
probably
yes, of
not.
course it's worth it. Okay.
Probably not, to be honest, but it's happening now. So
yeah.
Where are we?
Plus, you can be incompetent then, and I could just laugh at you.
It is. Oh, don't say it's not on this computer. Is it on the other computer? It might be.
All right, I'll just describe it then. So Kevin is in the chat, and who is I don't know. War Corpse is talking to somebody.
No, he was doing one of his shows. And he was doing one of these fucking video response things, and I just happened to be on Facebook, not on Facebook, on YouTube, and it came up in my recommended for you videos because obviously I've watched lots of his fucking videos, and so he was live, so I just went in and trolled him, and I said something like, was it oi oi war corpse, you fucking spoon, which Americans seemed very enamoured by that phrase.
That's where I died. But then underneath, when you're just like, Dave.
So a lot of fun doing that. That is how a grown adult who's entitled to vote and stuff and pay taxes and potentially be drafted in a war. That's how a grown adult spends his fucking free time.
I just love the idea of, like, you know, you calling him a fucking spoon. Oh, you fucking spoon.
Well, he does. He's got a face that looks like a normal face looking into a spoon. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of what he looks like. So yeah, it's a fucking spoon.
Well, also the tick yells spoon, so maybe I just have a side association of hilarity with things that are spoon related because of the tick.
The tick? Oh, the cartoon?
Yeah.
Tick. Oh, okay,
spoon was his war cry. Yeah, Dusty
Did you know
Smith.
that Jay Leno was the tick?
I did not. When was Jay Leno the tick?
He wasn't really, just because he got a big jaw. I thought that was funny. Never mind.
He could have played the tick with that jaw. He really could have. Yeah, he really could have. Yeah, we're going to come down here. Okay, articles of impeachment. Also, a little quote here from Alexander Hamilton, which, of course, I'm actually wearing the sweatshirt right now. But speaking from the House floor today,
I didn't know Alexander Hamilton was selling sweatshirts.
Well,
he was ahead of his fucking time.
Lin-Manuel Miranda is selling his name on merch.
Well, of course he fucking is. Yeah, he's made a fortune.
Well, also being a talented musician and dancer and writer and actor and just all around national treasure.
True, but does he bring you cutting edge war corps stuff? No, he fucking doesn't.
Dave. It just reminded me of that hedgehog or groundhog or whatever it is in that BBC Talking Animals. Dan. Or that's also Alan Partridge.
That's Alan Partridge, yeah.
But then there was like a little hedgehog that was doing the same thing. It was like one of those hyper little brown things that was, and every time it would open its mouth, he'd go, Dan. Oh, it's not Dan, it's Phil. Phil. Anyway.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about now.
I'm going to have to find the clip and share it in the next show.
Kristi's been on the crack pipe tonight, I think.
I have been. Yeah, like I've been doing lines of mushroom. Adam Schiff quoted Alexander Hamilton, who in 1792 warned about a man, quote, unprincipled in private life, desperate in his fortunes, and bold in his temper. Can we find a more perfect description of Donald Trump?
Yes. One word, 4 letters, cunt.
I would say that it is pretty difficult for a member of Congress to ever run for president as just being a member of Congress. Usually you have to be a governor or a senator or, a celebrity. But at this point, Adam Schiff I think he could run a pretty credible campaign and get a lot of people behind him.
Well, he could run a credible campaign, but I don't think he'd win. I think he's been poisoned in a lot of the South.
Well, you wouldn't try to win there.
Well, no, but you still have to try and win some of those states.
Yeah, maybe. I think he's just got a lot of gravitas. Oh, this is great. This was awesome. So, yes, big shout out to Xander Levine, doing some amazing fan art and like proper, not making me into like an anime pillow. Thank you for that. This is cool. Like, there's actually barcodes on it and shit.
You didn't have amusingly bulging breasts, which was I'll be honest, I was disappointed.
And nobody covered it with, what was it? Vagine? Vagine
and boobies. Or just my more classic tits.
Tits. Cock. So yeah, this is absolutely, and my favorite colors as well. I love pink and purple. These are so great. That's very, very perfect, very on brand.
But look at the gut on me on this. This is outrageous. Look at that.
That's just the lighting, Kevin. That's just the lighting.
Also, my arse crack seems to be going into my cup.
No, you just got really, really tight trousers on.
I am only joking. This is actually really, really
it's amazing. Good. Yeah. Lord of the SJWs, King Kevin. Yeah. And then you got Rory. Yes. Yeah. And
you can't see Chops. Chops is off stage as usual.
No, he stormed off. He refused to be captured in that way.
So yeah, and they've been added to my now fucking ridiculously long photo reel thing of weird shit art that I made and then good art that other people have done that I've also added in there.
Well, our shows run to like 2 hours. You could probably get 2 hours worth of those 30-second clips and people would be happy with that because they'd have something to look at all the time. They could wait for their favorite one if it was going to show up in the show or not. Let's see. I just bookmarked that for posterity. There's some technical. Oh, there we go. Someone said, "Oh my gosh, my cat looks like Baby Yoda."
Yeah, it does. That cat should have been aborted as well.
Oh, boo. Okay, and then also this was cute.
Aww.
Everybody's carrying something in their mouth.
All 3 of those should have been aborted.
Oh, Kev, you can always tell your heart's melting when you're at your most vicious.
Yeah.
Let's see. More technical stuff. Election stuff I don't want to talk about right now. Oh, a white supremacist.
I just want to say, on a small matter to do with Britain, because we had a small affair of the Queen's speech today.
Oh, yes.
State opening of Parliament and all that jazz. Firstly, they're already backtracking on virtually every good promise they made during the election. That's fun.
Of course.
But if the BBC could look less erect about the fact that there's a Tory majority, that would be super awesome, considering everyone pays the licence fee and you're supposed to be neutral. You've got in bed with the Tories now. When they come for you, I will not fucking defend you anymore. You have sown the seeds for your own destruction, you fucking pricks.
All you need is get the people out who are tools and put back the people who care about programming and truth like you had, before.
But it's not going to happen. The Tories have already got the plans in motion to destroy it, and they've made their own bed.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Well, it was great once, maybe. Well,
it was one of the great cultural achievements of modern Britain, really. One of the great news archives of the world. A great producer of comedy and live sports and all sorts, and they're now just a Tory talking box, and they can go fuck themselves.
Okay, well, how about something to cheer you up, Kev?
Oh, the deer that scores a goal and is fucking mental. Love it. That's a proper selling. Look at that.
That is really good. So for the podcast, which I'm going to try to start broadcasting again, I'm just going to skip everything and start fresh.
To be fair, though, I don't know why he's going mental. It's an open goal, mate.
Yeah. Well,
he didn't bang it in from 40 yards.
In his mind, he had just outdone his footwork on a guy he's battling against.
Exactly. Look, he's just taken on another. And he's stopped it.
Exactly.
Genius. This doesn't make any sense to the podcast, people.
No. But just imagine a deer scoring a goal. Okay. All this is election stuff, so I guess we can get back to drama then. Was there one more thing at the top? Oh, yeah, we did the Fox thing at the top. That was the other jokey thing that I had prepared for us. So now I'm just going to give everyone motion sickness as I scroll down to the other side, the second half of this show. All right, so this basically, because I have beef with June right now. It'll pass because she's not going to change. She's already shown this, but it flared up again. No,
but she's a proper socialisms now. So
all right, we are good. Fighting against the healthcare industry.
Yeah,
fighting against the healthcare industry. What a numpty.
Yeah.
All right,
giving the people. I'll tell you who made me sick. The people who give flu shots to old people.
That's the problem. That's the real problem people have that June has about America.
Yeah.
All right. So about, I don't know, a week ago, someone retweeted June insulting wine drinking Hillary supporters. And I made a comment that, at some point, Bernie Sanders supporters, and I'm not talking about all Bernie Sanders supporters, but I'm talking about like the kind that June are, needs to stop insulting Hillary Clinton voters because she won more votes than him in the primary, and they're going to need those votes if they want to win a primary. So, at some point...
And she won the popular vote.
And she won the
those votes.
Yes, all of those votes. Stop insulting the people you need. And she didn't apparently pay attention. But 6 days later, she noticed. And, and had to comment. So...
that's so ridiculous.
So, that's part one. I move on from a lot of stuff. So, anyway... that was that's part of the story, part one. Part two is there was between the time that she noticed and me making this comment to her, this whole dumb thing about Bernie Sanders being anti-Semitic came up and got some traction on Twitter. Now, as you all know, I am not a fan of Bernie Sanders, but fuck this anti-Semitism bullshit. This is just this stuff does not play, and that's not how I would want us to talk about things in a primary, and I don't want to see things going that way. And I said so on Twitter, quoting...
But they saw how well it worked with Corbyn, and they thought, well, we can repeat that lie, even against an actual Jewish guy whose family died in the Holocaust and stuff. Yeah.
So apparently, a week or so ago, there was he got a staffer who at one point tweeted some stuff that was questionable, and he hired the person and they let him go. And then there were some other things, whatever else. But then Andy Ngo Andy fucking No, who hangs around with white supremacists, who watch them organize an attack on a group of people, wants to come out and
provides kill lists for Atomov, and lest we forget.
Yeah. So he tried to tweet out some stuff that Bernie Sanders is anti-Semitic, and I just retweeted the this is bullshit, especially coming from a guy who enables white supremacists. Like, the whole thing is bullshit, but especially like Andy No doing it. So June finally noticed, like, one of her fans must have said something to me, because, they search her name, I guess, obsessively. And so a week later, she decided to reply back to me, accusing me of wanting to spread the kind of anti-Semitism rumors that she was complaining about. And I was like, Bish, I already defended Sanders. You're an idiot. And you have no credibility to talk about anti-Semitism when you are on record making racist comments that you have never apologized for on your channel. So...
And of course,
ahead,
it's been involved with people like Milo Yiannopoulos, who is overtly anti-Semitic and engaged in all kinds of far-right nonsense.
Yes.
So, I mean, if we're going to do like, respectability in order to talk about this issue, you've got no leg to stand on.
Yeah, and Orion Cooper in the chat... Yeah, no, she doesn't. Orion is asking, how is Sanders anti-Semitic? Seriously, it's all guilt by association bullshit. Like, he stood next to Linda Soros, not Soros, how do you pronounce her name?
Sarsour.
Sarsour, yeah, I don't even pay, like, honestly,
not
she's
Linda
not on my...
Soros.
No, that's George Soros's.
Which is George Soros's drag act stage name. You should see it. It's amazing. I didn't know a man that old could do the splits. Well done.
He's going to go on RuPaul next as a guest, as a secret contestant.
RuPaul's billionaire drag race.
Anyway, she said some nice things about him, or she supports him. People, who they're basically saying, anyone from the squad who ever criticized Israel, whatever, that's just all anti-Semitism.
Yeah, that's what gives it away, that it's clearly people who are like very, very, very pro-Israel, ultra-Zionist type people, trying to attack people rather than do so legitimately. Attack critics of Israel and defend Israel in like a way that would be respectable in some respect, just saying, oh no, that person's definitely anti-Semitic. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So because he's hanging out with those people, that makes him an anti-Semite too. It's stupid.
The Tories in Britain are learning from the Americans, not just in fact that they're trying to introduce voter ID laws to try and fuck over tens of thousands of perfectly legitimate voters, but also they're going to introduce anti-boycott, divestment and sanction legislation as well. So much for your freedoms of the speeches.
Did you see what Trump did about being Jewish?
Yeah, the Jews are a nation, which apparently he doesn't seem to realise is literally a Nazi talking point.
Yeah. What? No. I mean, that might as well say, because of the Vatican City, all Catholics are like citizens of the Vatican City.
Which they used to literally say. It was one of the things that was brought up against Smith, wasn't it? The presidential candidate in
Kennedy?
The 20s? Something like that.
Oh.
He was a New York Irish immigrant. Well, I think his father was an Irish immigrant who ran for the president. And they said, oh, well, he's going to have dual loyalties. He's clearly a papist.
Yep.
And those they tried to resurrect that for Kennedy, but thankfully it didn't work on Kennedy. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's sort of where it came from, but it kind of petered out by that point. That kind of white people racism, that intra-white racism. We've gotten rid of all that shit now. That used to be a problem for you
say that, Kristi, but clearly you haven't gotten rid of that because you hate all white people.
Yeah, according to who was it? Oh yeah, Dickie Brain.
Dickie Brain.
Dickie Brain and Jeff Holiday.
The cerebral peen himself.
Oh man, I am so proud of the people who dislike me. I'm so proud of myself.
Exactly. Well, they're my canary in the coal mine. As long as the dickheads don't like me, I know I'm on the right track. I'm good.
I pissed off a guy who just embarrasses himself on YouTube, and then a guy who got arrested trying to get data out of his own party's computers.
Yeah, genius. He tried to Watergate himself and failed.
That's brilliant. Carl's party right there.
Yeah. I think it's worth pointing out. In all of the malaise after the general election, Jess Phillips got more votes than the entirety of UKIP.
Yeah.
I'll just leave that there. That stat stands on its own.
Nice. Now, we've all seen the Shoe0nHead. Have we all seen the Shoe0nHead clip, or should I play it, of her comparing Leslie Jones to a gorilla? I can. All right.
I think
for those of you,
for context, in terms of
in history,
people
let's
having a
put
go
it on the
at,
historical. Because there's a reason why we're bringing this up. Not Google. What am I doing? I'm so tired.
If you're going to have any leg to stand on in terms of racism, you should probably, not say people who
and this is it.
Of colour look like gorillas, maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
So, yes, this happened, circa 2015 when Milo got booted off of Twitter for the first time.
Again, interesting that she's doing this standing for anti-Semite.
Uh-huh. Right.
Fascinating.
So Shoe0nHead is, very upset about these anti-Semitic charges because she's against racism. Is that what we're supposed to believe? I mean, that's what all the so-called...
No, she's against the racism industry.
Yes. I mean, all the progressives who are hugging her apparently don't think she needs to apologize for any of the things that we're about to show you. Because apparently progressives don't actually need to demonstrate they've grown as people. All they have to do is hide under the cover of supporting a certain political candidate or whatever else, and some people, not all of them, will go, you know what, a bunch of those people who are white people, by the way, I noticed a lot of white people are really, some not all white progressives, but some white progressives are really, really quick to forgive June, as opposed to, I don't know, standing up for racial justice here and what's right, and maybe expecting to see some of that progression in her that you're wanting to see in her fans. Watch her demonstrate that first by owning what we're about to show you as horrific, wrong, and to also explain to her fans, who, by the way, don't understand why what she said is racist AF.
Also, can I just point out, I hadn't seen this before. In the description of this, it describes them as the Skeptashians.
Yes.
Which is very funny. I hadn't seen that before. That's good. I like that.
Oh, by the way, she still hasn't deleted her original video. She simply has listed it.
Well, no, because it's earning money. Why would you bother?
Yeah, let's go visit that just to make sure. Has she taken it down?
So if you guys know me, you know that
no. There you go. There it is. She hasn't even taken down the video.
But it is unlisted. So
but it's unlisted, y'all.
Cowardly.
That's because she is a massive coward. So this is just going to be the relevant part. Oh, an error occurred. Let's do it again.
Oh no, she's being
Milo Yiannopoulos actually got permanently banned from Twitter.
The excuse they were using is
what a loss. What a loss to humanity that was. Where are we going to get our cutting edge fucking homophobic rantings and anti-Semitic rantings and anti-Muslim rantings and anti-anyone who disagrees with them in any way rantings, or some good old-fashioned transphobia, which we know you're really against, even though you're literally about to describe a trans person as ugly and looking like a gorilla, you fucking prick.
Right. So here we go. Get ready for all this shit.
Slightly better now. Just
Good.
Get that out.
Yeah, get it out. The Skeptashians here.
Exacerbating an already out of control situation.
Yeah, you can't control your followers, and his tweets weren't hateful at all. Really, they were just.
They weren't hateful at all. He's perfectly innocent. No, anyway, he's going to tell us all about how raping kids is absolutely super duper fine.
He still has never given up the names of the people at that party where he.
No, yeah, there's still a priest who's presumably very much still alive and active and possibly raping one of your children as we speak. But Milo Yiannopoulos, he's not going to be telling the police about that. He feels sorry for that man.
Yep, that's who they're standing for.
Yep.
Okay.
That she was a man, but.
So, that was fine.
Yeah, they're not really hateful. They're just saying this trans woman is a man. That's fine. She's so progressive, yo. So left.
She looks like a man.
She looks.
That's
she's
not
ugly.
racist.
She's just ugly.
She's
it's
ugly.
not racist. First of all.
No, but it is transphobic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, no one's obviously it can't be racist. It's not referring to any racial element. The gorilla bit we get to in a second. But when you're just saying that someone is a man or a woman, obviously that's not racist. It's not referring to race in any respect. No. So, I mean, that's ridiculous. That's like saying, well, they're not saying she's a pile of cottage cheese. Yeah.
Is Leslie
obviously.
Jones trans?
I believe so.
I know. Well, I have no idea. I never heard that. If off my radar.
Okay, well, let's get the tab up and let's Google this shit. I thought she was trans.
I don't think so.
I thought that was the point.
No, I think it's just because she's a very well-built woman. Leslie Jones. Yep, there she is. Leslie Jones and me. Ah, you get that?
No.
I don't really know. Where would we find that out?
I have no idea.
On our Wikipedia?
I thought she was trans. I mean, look, maybe I'm totally fucking wrong, but I was led to believe she
Comedian, actress, writer, 1 hour show, yada yada, early life, stand-up, Olympics? What? She was born, yeah.
Annette, no. Okay, well, presumably she, okay.
Yeah, she's cis.
That's on me then. No, apparently she isn't. No, okay.
Okay.
I was misinformed. Apologies.
Okay, yep, got a confirmation. She also played, hella sports because she is, athletically gifted. She was unsure whether she wanted to do and contemplated.
Let's
playing
look at Olympics.
basketball.
I didn't know she'd been in the fucking Olympics.
Yeah, me neither. Let's scroll down. She did stand-up, Saturday Night Live. Where's the Olympic shit? Come on. Oh, shit, and I gotta go up. I gotta do a subcategory link. Hyperlink. I gave £2 to, Wikipedia because they asked me for $2, and then after I gave them the $2 they asked me if I would give them another $5. They're like, no, motherfucker, you asked me for $2. If you wanted $5, you should ask me for $5. I'm not going to give you $2 and then give you $5. What kind of bullshit is this? I think she was just commenting on it. That was it.
Who cares then?
Yeah.
Why is that a fucking story? No offense, but I was expecting to be like, well, in the 2004 Olympics, she did the.
Basically, she was so entertaining. Live tweeting the event. It looks like they hired her on to do it again. She reprised her duties at the 2018 Olympics. So yeah, she is just like an incredibly impressive woman. That's it. She's just got a great. She's tall, she's fit, she is confident. And of course Milo would find that threatening, and so he would want to, make her into a man, because that, again, that's an attempt at transphobia, I guess you would call that.
Well, that's why I thought that's what originally sparked the thing, because everyone was saying, it was transphobic. So I was like, well, she must be trans then. Or something,
I guess it's just using the idea that...
It might have been an attempt at transphobia on the basis that he was also misinformed.
Well, or just Milo being a dick saying, there's a woman who has broader shoulders than I expect on a Barbie doll, therefore she's a man. Because
and broader shoulders than me, even though his shoulders are about as broad as a toothpick.
Yes. Because women can only have certain body shapes, and they have to be very feminine and European, apparently, and they're sort of no ass, small boobs.
He can't be being misogynist because he loves black dick.
What does that have to do with misogyny?
Response to that. That would literally be his response to everything. I can't be a racist. I like black dick.
So then they go, she just looks like a man. He. So let's just watch this shit again, shall we? Let's just roll this back so we can all be grossing out at June here.
It's ugly. It's not racist. First of all, she looks like and let me
there you go. Right. Racist.
It's not racist. It's just this black person looks like a gorilla.
She's never publicly apologized for this. All right, so
and still has it up on her channel.
It's still there. It's still there. Okay, let's just finish this out.
Let me go on. I look like a pony.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, because the thing is, white people have been oppressed for a long time on the basis that they look like My Little Pony characters. Did you know that white people were enslaved on the basis that people thought they were genetically linked to My Little Pony characters?
What grown woman compares herself to a pony?
An idiot.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be too blunt about it, but a fucking moron. Yeah.
I'm a pony.
But like I say, that white people have been trodden on for too long on the basis they look like
ponies.
Sparkle Dash. I don't know. That sounds like that.
I just look like a bright-eyed white supremacist Klan pony, and you look like a gorilla. That's not wrong. That's not racist. Just
That also, it looks a little bit like that's got a dick on its head.
Well,
I don't want to be too rough there, but
you're actually right. That's not even a pony. It's a unicorn. That picture. Yeah. I don't know if June put that in there, but that is not a pony. So maybe that came from Dead Man here. But anyway, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
Gelfling who? That's not racist against white people. And I look like a god.
That's not racist to say that.
See, Greg actually gets it here. I look like things that are white. It's not racist to say that the culture that has power, and I'm doing things like pony and gelflings, and I'm comparing you to a gorilla. That's not racist. Oh my God, you're an idiot.
But that's the thing, yeah. But people, the point I made sarcastically, I'll just put in direct terms. White people have not been like enslaved or oppressed or denied rights on the basis that they look like fucking gelflings.
No. So I'm just saying,
and they've not been given the same rights as gelflings. Or
anyone,
three-fifths of a gelfling.
I was like, all those people that June was talking about in that we're fighting against the healthcare industry. That's who you're standing with. Because she's never apologized for that. Now, had she apologized for this, I would not be dragging her over this. All right. But she doesn't want to own this. And when she doesn't, what her fans do is they stand for her and they could say that what she said wasn't racist, which it is, or that she doesn't have to apologize, which she does. She has to admit it's racist. She has to explain the history of the gorilla, the ape comment, the go back to Africa, the climb up a banana tree bullshit that people have lived with for centuries. And you're going to sit there with your perfect makeup comparing yourself to a pony and then tell people that's not racist for you to compare her to a gorilla? No, June. Honestly, you need to grow the fuck up and own what you do. And I would urge anyone who's a progressive to ask her to make a video on her main channel explaining to her subscribers why what she said was vile and wrong and why she takes it back and apologizes. Yeah. That's the only remedy forward.
Well, yeah, that's the point I made in the we're fighting X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. Who's with you?
It's good to see that you're. I don't classify it as we, but it's good to see you are now fighting the GOP establishment.
Well, she's not fighting just the GOP. It's just the establishment. It's just party establishment. She's a radical, man. She's like a rebel. What are you rebelling against? I don't know. What do you got? Ponies?
Ponies win elections.
No, I was doing what's his name, Brando or whatever it was in that old movie.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
James
about.
Dean.
Okay.
James Dean.
Okay.
Rebel Without a Cause. I don't know. I've seen clips of the movie. I haven't actually watched it. And I go, "What are you rebelling against, man?" He's like, "What do you got?" And then I threw the ponies bit. Oh, okay. That was my bit to make it funny.
I could have been a contender. I could have been a pony.
Yeah, so this all kicked off again because she came into my mentions saying that I would be supportive of calling Bernie Sanders an anti-Semite, and I pointed out I'd already dragged Andy No over this bullshit earlier, and she, like a Muppet, didn't do any research. She just used her brainlet and her bias.
But you're just attacking it because you're anti-white, Krista.
Yeah, clearly. So yeah, then I just discovered this, which you've mentioned, but I haven't actually watched. So I thought we should watch this again, since we of the progressive movement, who is apparently standing behind June, should know this, that what she did last time was to help get Trump elected.
Yeah, this is a video I've referenced several times. This is with she and what a noted white nationalist piece of garbage Lauren Southern put out. Yeah.
Oh, can we also look at these comments that she made? Now, granted, this was a while ago, but the Twitter is forever. This would I'm sorry, it's only 2016. 2015, 2016. So, about the same time she was making this comment. Something she's replying back to Lauren Southern. Lauren Southern, this is probably good for the alt-right narratives too, considering the lower IQ states have more black people.
Yeah, and considering what Lauren Southern had done to this point, she still made a propaganda video, which she says it wasn't pro-Trump, it was anti-Hillary. Yeah, okay.
Black Lives Matter is black supremacy trash. She said that. And Teach Black People Not to Steal seminar at 4 p.m.
Which was wrong because it was at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
See what I did? I purposefully misinterpreted the meaning of the fucking tweet.
So you need to ask her about her positions on the IQs. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this.
You could do that, but ironically, her IQ wouldn't be high enough for her to understand the question.
Get her a pony. That's all she needs. All right, I have no idea what the volume on this is going to be.
Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
Also, it gets a bit mental.
I support Hillary because she understands women's issues.
I stand with Hillary because as a woman, she understands.
She understands we need to make the internet a safe space, free from criticism, so women will no longer be silenced online.
No longer will men earn 100% more than women for the same job. The same job.
She knows we have a rape epidemic across the nation because 1 in 1 women are sexually assaulted on campus every single day.
I support Hillary because she will create safe spaces for people of color, away from white people. Their own schools.
Their own buses.
Own water fountains.
Own benches. Because she's a progressive who gets things done.
I stand with Hillary because she will make rape illegal. Unlike those rape-publicans.
I'm supporting Hillary because she will make being a woman legal again. She won't judge me when I get 30 late-term abortions. On purpose.
But most of all, I support Hillary because she has a vagina.
A vulva.
A clitoris.
A uterus.
A ovaries. Sacrifice yourself to the vagina god. 77 cents.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Madam President.
Sacrifice the vegetables.
There you go.
This will be my vagina's country. President, I'm ready for you, Hillary. I'm ready.
Vagina. She has.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I've not watched that before. That was the first time. There you go. That's who you're hanging out with, people. That's who's fighting against the healthcare industry, y'all.
And literally she wasn't that because there were very anti-choice stuff in there. 30 late-term abortions on purpose. So apparently abortions are terrible and awful.
Women are sluts who kill babies because they have nothing better to do. Oh, and we're going to slide in there some segregationist language and... Oh, yeah, there you go. That's, but she shouldn't have to own her actual work with a white supremacist helping to get Trump elected. No. We're just going to paper over that, white progressives on YouTube. Yeah. She's nice. Oh, sorry. Can I end the story then? Can I just kind of finish this all up? Because one of the things, so a couple weeks ago, months ago, whatever, she did that trashing. She did that video dragging me. And she's like, I just want to know why you support Kamala. We had a bit of a we actually had an exchange on Twitter and we both agreed Biden sucked. Okay. And I mean, that was it. That was it. I explained my position. I think at that point, Kamala was already getting out of the race. And so I said, this is why I thought she would do well. She didn't. She got out, whatever. And then we just both agreed Biden was terrible. And someone wrote to her, oh, June, I thought you and Kristi were okay after that whole Biden is the worst thing. And June wrote back, yeah, I did too. Bish, look, because we can agree 2 + 2 = 4, or Biden is the worst, does not mean I am okay with you. Like, how many white progressives have just given you so many passes that if you just have a pleasant exchange, suddenly all of this shit goes away for them? No, that doesn't work with me. Like, just because I'm not screaming down the pipe at you all the time doesn't mean I respect you, or I think you have anything valuable to offer the world, or that your views should even be given any credence whatsoever. Clearly, as I said, you get away on your looks, June. You have for years. And, good luck fuck, maybe you can do it for a few more, but eventually that's going to run out and you're going to have to do something else, or you're going to have to start thinking. I would strongly encourage you to do some thinking and reading before that happens, so you have something to land on, because the whole I'm a pony thing is over. And I don't know who you're hanging out with that tolerates this shit, but I do not tolerate it. Even if I'm polite to you, I do not tolerate this shit, and I will not tolerate your shit, and we will not be okay, June. You and I will never be okay until you own this and you apologize and you actually do things for racial justice, not paper over your past racism. I'm done.
Okay. I feel like this is the bit where I should have, whilst you were doing that, queued up the gif of that horse fucking the thing, and then the horse's head falls off. Because that was funny. That was funny.
Oh, June, you're a moron.
No, well said. Yes.
Honestly, just make an atonement. I did it. I did it in a heated, just sort of like back and forth exchange, and I got dragged all over shit. And I should have, and I learned from it. She's done this. Who the fuck has dragged her anywhere for this?
Well, to be fair, I have for the last 2 years.
But I'm talking about in the circles of the people who are giving her a lot of, as I said, I only see white people giving her passes on her racism. And that makes me think I get why people of color don't trust white progressives. I get it. Because if you are going to blink at that kind of racism in the longer, term of, I'm winning over Shoe0nHead, you are not for racial justice. You are for whatever agenda you are out pushing. And you're willing to throw people of color under the bus for that. And that is disgusting.
Yeah, there's a certain element of griftiness to leftists who, not leftists who want to have a detente necessarily, but leftists who are like chummying around with her. I think there's definitely a grifty element, like with our best friend Vosh.
Yes,
who apparently has had her on his show a few times, and been very, very pally by and large. Apparently, I haven't listened, but I've been told that that's the case. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's grifty as fuck. We see you, motherfucker.
Yeah, I talk to V on a regular basis. I am polite with V, but if he says shit that I think is racist, I will call him out on that, and I will not hold back. So have some balls, or not. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be sexist like that, but have some integrity. That's what it is. Like, just stand up to her and tell her, look.
But you didn't stand up for me when he called me mutton chops. And that hurt.
No, because I was so bent over laughing. Yeah. I couldn't stand up for you, Kevin. I was doubled up.
Well, I was hurting, and you could have been a good friend, but you decided to laugh at my pain.
Look, I also decided to point. Don't leave that part out of the story.
You did point. I mean, I don't think the throwing stuff helped either, but never mind.
Oh no, I was just dropping it because I was laughing so hard. My hands lost all sense of ability to hold on to my glass, and it just went to the floor.
Yeah.
But
did you have to start screaming, "Fuck you, piggy boy"? You're out of order.
No, it's Getty Up. It was Getty Up, piggy boy.
Oh, okay, well, that's why you brought the saddle. Oh, okay. Yes, I did one of those weird things on Facebook in the week, where you go like, describe me in one word type thing. Like it's like an image, and you just post it on your thing, and then your people can describe you. I can't help but feel I've developed a very, very sarcastic friend base.
Yes.
Because I got things like fat bastard, cock, prick. One person had goat thief as one word. I don't need to tell you who that was. Yeah, so I had some very, very funny ones.
Nice,
Thank you,
nice.
one and all. And one or two people were genuinely nice, which I was confused by. I felt uneasy, if I'm honest. I don't do genuine emotion very well, so
And actually, at that, I know we talked a little bit about maybe doing something on Sargon, but I think I'd rather kick that to, if you have any time at the weekend, I need to go through the Jesse Lee Peter thing.
Yeah, he appeared on Jesse Lee Peterson, so maybe we'll take a look at a few clips.
Yeah,
but we'll do that another time. That's
yeah.
Called it. I'll trail it by saying he maybe refers to Democrats as communists.
Carl,
because he's an idiot. Yeah. No, it's not idiocy. He's a liar.
Yeah. And by the way, I do want to say again,
but he is also an idiot on top of that. But anyway.
Yeah, I saw the original clips on Dusty's show, but I could not find them on Twitter, and he couldn't either. I actually asked him if he could track them down, and I think they were taken down. So that means I'm going to have to sit through and actually look for timestamps, or we can just watch it from the start and scream. I mean, whatever you want to do.
How about you pull your finger out, you lazy cow, do the fucking work.
I don't want to watch. I don't want to have to watch them twice.
Well, yeah, but you get to watch Dusty twice, so...
Oh, no, those clips are fine, but those, I don't know where they are in the longer show, and I think it's like a 25-minute show.
Oh, well, God, don't fucking
That's
know.
what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I've got the link. You can look at how long it is.
When I was watching, this popped into my head. Moo bitch.
Most black men and women are weak.
Oh, great.
What a sentence to start with. Fucking hell.
Yeah, he's going to start with that because, Carl's a racist.
There's no foreplay with Jesse. Good
Oh,
Lord.
no, this is Carl's remix, I think it looks like. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just a rebroadcast.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Moo bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Nunez.
Yeah.
Yeah, he when he started speaking yesterday, I mooed out loud at the screen. Again,
nice.
That's what a grown adult does.
Moo, bitch.
Moo.
Yes.
The fucking scream. Chopsy was not impressed because I'd made a loud noise right next to him.
Right next to his head. Not impressed with that. So how long is this? Oh my God, it's even worse. It's 51 minutes in length. It's even worse than I thought it would be.
Sum this up in under 5 minutes, you hypocritical fucking wank stain. The fuck is wrong with you, you spoon?
Yeah, spoon. Love it. Was it you, what was it? Spunk trumpet?
Spunk trumpet.
Yes. I'm just doing a quick scroll through the chat there. Thanks again for the $2. Someone said during Gamergate. Oh yeah, during the Gamergate was when Milo got. Yeah, I think I've seen everything. I just try to take care of the chat a bit more than you do.
Milo got banned a little bit after Gamergate, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was. It was when it was Ghostbusters. They were looking for more relevance.
So that was like 2016.
Yeah. So again,
a little bit after. But...
I know it feels like ages ago, but it was literally at the start of the Trump administration, or right before the Trump administration. That's not that long ago.
Yeah, it was in the lead up to the general election.
Yeah.
It was literally election propaganda.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Yeah. But yeah, so we are back now. I am back from my road trips. I am back from, I'm not done with my interviews or my data collection because I got violently ill. And by that, I'm just talking about the experience of hurling out of my body. I was hurling so hard, my back hurt. I pulled muscles. I was yes, it was. And then I just slept. I was almost basically I wouldn't say unconscious because that sounds a little bit more dramatic, but I was not awake for the best part of 24 hours. And I'm still getting back on my feet. And now I've got a sinus infection. So, yay. But we can do shows on the regular, and I'm not traveling again, at least for several weeks. So, yeah. So we can get back to the regular happy hours as and when we want to have them. So
yes. Well, I'm good to say regularity is good.
Yes, and I'll be doing a Sunday show, I assume. Maybe if I can.
Why do you assume? What do you? Don't you know?
Yeah, I probably should. I'm just thinking. I feel so weird without a pop filter. I'm all worried about my plosives.
Yeah, she left her pop filter in Dundee.
I did.
There's no fucking use in Dundee.
Absolutely none.
Not just that, but you have left that baby with a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, be able to bang the cats with a foamy thing, surrounded by a plasticky thing.
That was a weird sentence.
Yeah, I did kind of start it with confidence, but then I lost it as I continued on.
Yeah, that went off the rails quickly and never quite managed to get it back.
Oh, this is sick. Oh, wait, I'm the one who ends the show.
You do on this occasion, yes.
All right, is there anything you want to plug? Anything coming up, Kevin? Anything you're going to be doing?
Your fucking mouth at the minute, frankly. No, I'm only joking.
Fair enough.
Anything I want to plug?
Someone's butt.
Someone's bunghole, yeah.
Mm.
Undoubtedly.
Hashtag lime green dildo.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There's no need to be plugging her. She's well plugged.
So what's your availability?
Elizabeth Warren, I apologise.
Yes. So I know that you're going to be working at points on the holiday. I will not. Well, no, that's not entirely true. Actually, I probably will have to work across the holidays, but that's for another time. But we should. Is there any time while you're not working during the 24th, 25th, 26th that we could get together?
Yeah, whatever, man.
Okay.
I don't know the exact hours I'll be working, but I'll be.
I'll take the squirrel off the screen here. I'll just put on some Christmas lights. People can see the pretty Christmas lights there. Oh, look, it's some snow people. All right, you're just going to see all my boring files.
They're Caucasians, Kristi, please. Have some respect.
Caucasians? As in occasions?
No, Caucasians.
Oh, I just heard that Cajuns, like from Louisiana.
Yeah, they're from the fucking bayou, the snowmen. Yeah.
That's where they spend
They're
their
from
time.
Nolans.
In the swamp. That's the snowmen and the gators.
They definitely look like Baton Rouge natives to me.
Yes. There's so much snow. And
right. I was doing a joke about you being anti-white. I was saying they're Caucasian. They're not snow people. It's the joke I was
Oh, right. I got it. Yes. There you go. Yeah. And there's a pretty seasonal thing. So, yes, people, thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the show and the rants.
I hope you didn't.
Go to Kevin's channel, watch some of his old stuff.
I hope you don't.
And subscribe if you haven't. And otherwise, stay tuned. We might even give you a couple hours notice before the next show. Who knows?
I hope we don't.
And until next time, thanks to you guys in the chat. Thanks to you guys, people in the future watching all the way to the end. I've been Kristi. You've been awesome. Kevin has been temperamental. And until next time...
You got the last bit right.
Goodbye from me. And goodbye from Kev. Say, goodbye, Kev. Oh my God, you did the silly bit. Bye.
My silly bit's the favourite bit.
There you go, and that'll be the last word. And we're outsies. Woo!